My Father Cigars. I'm the sales manager for New York, New Jersey. My Father Cigars was started in 2003 by Jose Don Pepin Garcia. At that time, it wasn't called My Father Cigars, it was called El Rey de los Habanos. Back then, started with just the Don Pepin labels, El Rey de los Habanos and Vegas Cubanas, a couple of which have been discontinued at this point, but we still make all of the Don Pepin Garcia lines. The My Father cigar was created, the company changed over to being called My Father Cigars. This cigar was blended by Jaime Garcia, Pepin's son, to honor Pepin himself, and that's where My Father Cigars came about. I'm going to give you a quick run-through on some of the brands that we have here in the humidor. For starters, I'm going to show you here is the My Father label. This, along with almost all of our other cigars, are made at our Nicaraguan factory, the My Father Cigars factory. This one right here is the Core Line My Father cigar, sporting a Habano Rosado wrapper, medium to full-bodied, has a nice little bit of creaminess, a little bit of cederness, and has a nice distinct spice to it as well. The one that I'm holding right here in my hands, this is the My Father Cigars Le Bijou 1922 series. Has a nice dark Habano Oscuro wrapper on it. It's a little bit more full-bodied, one of our more full-bodied offerings. Has a nice spice to it, but it's very smooth and refined. Has a nice little bit of creaminess and richness at the same time as well. This right here is the Flor de las Antillas. It was our cigar that was rated #1 of the year from Cigar Aficionado magazine in 2012. It's a Nicaraguan Puro, all tobaccos grown from our own farm. It's a nice, solid, smooth, medium strength blend. Has a nice touch of creaminess to it, has a nice cedar note, a little woody. Definitely a little more toned down on the spice from a typical offering from My Father Cigars. And this right here is one of our newest releases. It's the La Antigüedad. As you can see, a little bit similar fashion to the Flor de las Antillas, all box press sizes. Beautiful artwork on the bands. This one, a little bit more medium to full-bodied, has a little bit more spice kick brought back to it. Ecuadorian Habano Rosado Oscuro wrapper, has a nice little sweetness to it as well. This line right here is called La Dueña. This is one of our most unique offerings in the fact that it has 3 components of Connecticut broadleaf tobacco in it. Not only is the wrapper Connecticut broadleaf, but one of the 2 binders, and I should mention that all of our cigars have double binders on them. One is Nicaraguan, and this one has a Connecticut broadleaf on it as well. And then in the filler, it's all Nicaraguan with 1 component of Connecticut broadleaf. What that does is highlight that tobacco, shine the richness that the broadleaf has, but also a little bit of earthiness as well. And it's blended to be medium plus in strength. This right here, one of our more popular blends, is the Jaime Garcia. This is a little bit more on the full-bodied end. Connecticut broadleaf wrapper as well. But as you can see, compared to the La Dueña, it's a little bit darker, so it's got a little bit more body to it, but definitely has that nice richness and has that nice earthiness to it as well. And this one here, El Centurion, another one of our unique blends. It's all Nicaraguan with a sun-grown Criollo wrapper, but it has a unique tobacco in it called Sanctus Spiritus. It's a tobacco that only the Garcias are using right now. It's a hybrid tobacco of Cuban Pelo de Oro and Nicaraguan Criollo, and what that does is give you a slight sweet and sour note in the cigar. It's blended to be medium to full-bodied, has a nice richness to it, has a nice spice, and about halfway through picks up a kind of creamy mocha flavor. For more information about the My Father brand, you can go to www.myfathercigars.com. And thanks for watching Cigar TV. Light it up.